Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Christy's Musings. I'm Christy, aka Tigger. Today, I hope I have something that you will think is very special. My daughter and my granddaughter and I went out. We wanted to film an area and share with you all. But as I was sitting here thinking about the video, I didn't know how to best present each section of the video. So I thought that it would be better to stop and focus on each section with a little information about each individual focused on in the film. So without further ado, let's get started. I hope you enjoy. Okay, we're here in Tulsa doing a little tour of Memorial Park Cemetery. Got some special things planned to show you. We've been gallivanting. But yep, I got some special places to show you. It's a very, very pretty place here. All these beautiful mausoleums and Spanish stucco and red tile roofs. As I see, so I cherish the old rugged cross. Roy Clark, born Roy Linwood Clark, was an American singer, musician, and TV host. He was born in Meherrin, Virginia, and grew up in Staten Island, New York. Later, his family moved to Washington, D.C. Clark learned guitar, fiddle, and banjo like his father, and the two played together while Roy was a teenager. By the time he was 15, he had already won 2 national banjo championships and world banjo guitar flat pick championships. Roy honed his skill when his father got a job at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C. He found inspiration with the many musicians in that area. He credits Earl Scruggs as being the artist he tried to follow. By the age of 20, Roy Clark was a budding professional, having played clubs, toured with Grandpa Jones, performed on a Washington, D.C. TV station, and worked briefly on a show fronted by Hank Williams. Soon, Clark was appearing on broadcaster Connie B. Gay's local town and country time radio and TV broadcasts, as well as at concerts Gay promoted. In the late 1950s, network TV appearances on Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts and show fronted by George Hamilton IV widened Clark's reputation. Clark joined Wanda Jackson's band in 1960, fronting the group, recording with her, and opening her show at the Golden Nugget Hotel in Las Vegas. As his career progressed, Clark made many more appearances in the big rooms of Las Vegas, Reno, Lake Tahoe, and Atlantic City. Meanwhile, Jackson's former manager Jim Halsey lined up spots for Clark on The Tonight Show, which he also guest hosted several times, and on TV programs including the Beverly Hillbillies, on which he played 2 recurring characters, Cousin Roy and his mother, Myrtle. We didn't know that. In 1969, when CBS launched a country program modeled on the hit comedy series Laugh-In, executives chose Clark and Buck Owens as co-hosts. Even though the network canceled it in a purge of rural-leaning programs, the show went into syndication and grew more popular than ever. Clark was a mainstay through its 25-year run, not only hosting and performing, but also singing with Owens, Grandpa Jones, and Kenny Price in the Hee Haw Gospel Quartet, and joining guitarist Chet Atkins, pianist Floyd Kramer, mandolin player Jethro Burns, saxophonist Boots Randolph, fiddler Johnny Gimble, harmonica player Charlie McCoy, and trumpet player Danny Davison, the show's $1 million band. As a recording artist, Clark's break-in came in 1960 when he signed with Capitol Records. The Lightning Fingers of Roy Clark, his first Capitol album, reflected his sure handling of the guitar and was released in 1962. His first chart-making release was a movie interpretation of the Bill Anderson song Tips of My Fingers, which became number 10 country hit while rising to number 45 on Billboard's pop chart. Clark's subsequent Capitol singles did not repeat this success, but the label gave him the freedom to record a wide array of albums featuring his vocal, guitar, and banjo skills. Moving to Dot Records, Clark bounced back with 1969's Yesterday When I Was Young. I love that song. A number 9 country hit that crossed over to number 19 pop. Subsequent top 10 country hits included I Never Picked Cotton, Thank You God, and Greyhound, both 1970. The Lawrence Welk Hee Haw Counter-Revolution Polka, 1972. The number 1 record, Come Live With Me, 1973. Somewhere Between Love and Tomorrow, 1973 through 74. Honeymoon Feeling, 1974. And If I Had to Do It All Over Again, 1976. He charted through the 1980s on ABC, ABC, MCA, and other imprints, and various labels have released his live and studio albums into 21st century. From the 1970s forward, Clark made TV commercials and guested on numerous television programs. In 1976, he became one of the first American artists to perform in the Soviet Union, and he continued playing to packed houses worldwide. Often he worked concerts and recorded with musicians from other genres, including the Boston Pops Orchestra and jazz guitarist Joe Pass. In 1983, the Roy Clark Celebrity Theater in Branson, Missouri, heralding the city's emergence as a tourist destination. In 1987, he joined the Grand Ole Opry. Clark had been honored with 7 CMA Awards, the coveted Entertainer of the Year in 1973. He was a Comedian of the Year for 1970, won Instrumental Group of the Year with banjoist Buck Trent in 1975 and 76, and named Instrumentalist of the Year in 1977, 78, and 1980. His rendition of Alabama Jubilee earned him a 1982 Grammy for Best Country Instrumental Performance. Roy Clark was elected to the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2009. Again, we are at the Memorial Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this is the grave of Roy Clark. And it says this is his son. The next chance you get, do something nice for somebody. Say, good day. Hold a door open and don't wait around for a thank you. You don't need it. And because of you, that person will go out and do something nice for somebody. And then that person will go out and do something nice for someone else. And this whole world can wind up doing nice things for each other, and we can be the ones that start it. It takes all of us working together to get things done. No one does it alone. Only one did it, and I'm not that strong. Let's start it. Here's to love. It's still the best. That's really sweet. This is beautiful grounds. Nice pond. Leon Russell was a legendary musician, songwriter, arranger, and producer from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He had been performing his gospel-infused Southern boogie, piano, rock, blues, and country music for over 50 years. Leon's songwriting credits include A Song for You, The Masquerade, Delta Lady, Hummingbird Rainbow in Your Eyes, Lady Blue, Back to the Island, Tightrope, Bluebird, Magic Mirror, Rollin' in My Baby's Arms, Ballad of a Soldier, One More Love Song, Stranger in a Strange Land, co-written with Don Preston, Superstar, co-written with Bonnie Bramlett, and Shootout on the Plantation and Roll Away the Stone, both co-written with Greg Dempsey. After graduating from high school in 1959, Leon left Tulsa for Los Angeles, where he became a highly sought session musician, arranger, and producer in the 1960s. He played on hit records by the Byrds, the Beach Boys, Herb Alpert, and the Tijuana Brass, the Monkees, the Ronettes, and many others. He played on and arranged the number one hit, The Diamond Ring, for Gary Lewis and the Playboys in 1965, and co-wrote Everybody Loves a Clown and She's Just My Style. Joe Cocker had a hit with Delta Lady in 1960 from his 69 from his second album Joe Cocker. When Leon also co-produced and arranged, which Leon also co-produced and arranged. Leon's standard, A Song for You, along with Hummingbird and Delta Lady, were from the 1979 album Leon Russell, which was released on Shelter Records, which he founded with partner Denny Cordell. A Song for You is a classic and has been recorded by dozens of artists, including Ray Charles, Donny Hathaway, Michael Bublé, Willie Nelson, Natalie Cole, Whitney Houston. B.B. King had a hit single from his 1970 album, Indianola, Mississippi Seeds, with Hummingbird, which Leon also played on. B.B. also recorded it with John Mayer for his 2005 birthday celebration album, 80. Karen Carpenter sang This Masquerade, A Song for You, and Superstar, which was a number 2 hit for the Carpenters in 1971. Superstar has also been recorded by Rita Coolidge, Cher, Peggy Lee, Vicky Carr, Luther Vandross, Ruben Studdard, Sonic Youth, and the Motels, among many others. George Benson's recording of The Masquerade won the Grammy Award for Best Record of the Year in 1977 as was the only song with vocals on his triple platinum album, Breezin'. Leon had his own chart success with his recordings of Tightrope charting number 11 in 1972, Bluebird at number 14 in 1975, and Slipping Into Christmas at number 4 on the Billboard Christmas chart in 1972. Leon was band leader for Joe Cocker's Mad Dogs and Englishmen tour in 1970. He performed with George Harrison and friends at the Concert for Bangladesh in New York in 1971. He also toured with Jerry Lee Lewis, Paul Revere's Raiders, Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, Edgar Winter, the Newgrass Revival, Willie Nelson, and Sir Elton John. Leon and Elton's duet album, The Union, produced by T-Bone Burnett, was released in October 2010. Leon wrote the first single for the album, If It Wasn't for Bad, which was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals. Leon was honored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the first recipient of the award for musical excellence in March 2011. This is the Jasinskis, Edna Moslin Larkin Jasinski and Czeslaw Roman Jasinski. They started the Tulsa Ballet. Wanted you to see this beautiful stained glass. There were many other notable people buried in Memorial Park. I'll put a link so that you can see those names. My daughter and I, though, we were trying to find Frank Christian France. He's a former Oklahoma governor. During the Spanish-American War, he served as a captain in Theodore Roosevelt's Rough Riders. And, you know, I've told you all that my great-great-grandpa served as a soldier in the Rough Riders. But it was that heat reflecting off of that the pavement and the concrete. And, it's kind of a ride for us to go there in the first place. So by the time we get there, it's the heat of the day. And we were just wilting. And so we were unable. We walked around trying to find the grave marker, but we just gave up. But I hope you enjoyed the couple that I highlighted for you all. It's a beautiful place, and if you ever get a chance to go and see it, it is worth walking around and seeing. It's just so beautiful. But it's also a reminder to me, because, it's so hard when half the flags were missing and walking around trying to locate each section. It's a reminder that there's a lot of other people like you and me intermingled alongside these celebrities And so that's one thing, that death is not prejudiced. We all have the same fate. It's just I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying that, but it's just such a peaceful but yet eye-opening experience. I love you all, and I do hope you enjoyed this tour of the Memorial Park Cemetery in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As I see, so I cherish the old rugged